And where the cotton do we get? So it gets from a plant, and it is a plant by in that it has a cotton ball. In cotton ball, there if we remove the seeds, then the cotton is made separated. The seeds are separated and the cottons are separated, and in cotton there are many fibers, and this process is known as a ginning of the cotton. Like that in jute, that jute is a plant, and from the jute plant we get a jute fibers from the stem of the jute plant, and it grows in a rainy season. And where in which states do it grow? So it grows in West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. It is harvested, it is normally harvested, and we get fibers from it, from it, and we makes many yarns we take and make a strand, and we make a what we say that strand and yarn, which makes of fibers. Like that we have learned here Turkey, which is an instrument, charkha, which is also an instrument by which the clothes are made. Like that we have many three from yarn to fiber we can make a by three process, which is weaving, knitting, and the knitting, and in weaving there are it is by loom, with a machine known as a loom, and by which we can make a cloth of it. By knitting also we can make a cloth of it. Now last topic, which is history of a clothing material. Now let us read it, what it says. Have you ever wondered what materials people used in ancient times for clothes? It appears that in those times people used the bark and big leaf of a tree or animal skin and furs to cover themselves. In olden times they used many types of leaves like banana leaf, and many leaves they used to cover their body, and skins, for example skin of a tiger, and many animals like deer, and many animals they used as a cloth. After people being to settle in agriculture communities, they learned to wear strings and grasses into mats and basket. Vines, animals, flesh or hair were twisted together into long strands. जो भी एनिमल के हेयर होते हैं, जो भी होते हैं, उसको वो ट्विस्ट करते हैं और एक डोरी जैसा बनाते हैं, और strands, they make a long strands of it. These were woven into the fibers. जो भी long strand बनाते हैं उससे क्या बनता है? Fabrics. The earlier Indian woven fibers made out of cotton that grew in the region near the river Ganga. Now, in earlier times, that in ancient time, there woven the fibers made out of cotton. वो cotton से बने होते हैं. कहाँ बने होते हैं? कौन सा region में? तो गंगा, near the river of Ganga. गंगा के नजीक में, पास में. Flax is also a plant that gives natural fibers. Flax क्या होता है? तो it gives a fiber which is natural fiber. In ancient Egypt, cotton as well as flax were cultivated near the river Nile and were used for making fibers. In Egypt, in ancient time, Egypt was also cultivating cotton at the river Nile. river का नाम क्या है? Nile. And used to make many fibers, and many fabrics they used to make. In those days, slitting was not known. Slitting का process था वो उनको नहीं पता था. People simply draped the fabrics around different parts of their body Many different ways of dripping fibers are used. First, they were not known that how it is used, and they used different types of dripping fibers. After they know different types of processes. With the invention of the swing needle, people started stitching fabrics to make clothes. जैसे उन्होंने नीडल को लेकर स्टिचेस करने का शुरू किया तो उन्होंने क्या बनाना सीख लिया, क्लोथ्स बनाने सीख लिए. Stitched cloth have gone through many variations since this invention. जैसे जैसे इन्वेंशन हुआ स्टिचेड जो भी स्टिचेड क्लोथ्स थे वो मैनी डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ वेरिएशन उन्होंने लिए, different types of styles they provided in it. But is it not amazing that even today sari, dhoti, lungi or a turban is used as an unstitched piece of fiber? Nowadays you can see that the sari, dhoti, lungi and turban, these four things are not stitched. They have no stitches on it, and the people wear nowadays. Just as there is a large variety in the food eaten all over our country, a large variety exists also in the fibers and clothing item. As we know that many nowadays many types of food we eat, and many types of varieties of food fibers are also eaten. Cotton balls, by ginning it becomes fiber, by splitting it becomes yarn, and by knitting and weaving it becomes fabric. Now this is the process. It is a process how it becomes fabric. They take cotton ball and process of ginning, as we learned before what is ginning, and after fiber it makes spinning, as we see here before that looms are spinning. In spinning they do spinning of it and it becomes yarn, and yarn to fiber how it makes. So by knitting and weaving, in weaving they use looms, and knitting is done by hands, and nowadays technology has been wide, so they use a machinery for knitting and weaving, and it becomes fabric. Here they have given a keywords: cotton wool, fabric, fiber, knitting, spinning, weaving and yarn. These all words you have to write 3 times in your notebook and learn it properly. Thank you.